Hello, everybody. We're coming to you live from Whitehall High School here in Pennsylvania. My name's Tyler Carbon, alongside my colleague Derek Moore. Derek, we have some 7-on football here, Zephyr football, presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine. And tell me a little bit about 7-on-7 football.
Tyler, 7-on-7 football is really a lot of fun. It gives almost a little appetizer for the 48 days left to high school football. It should be a fun one today. 7-on-7 action is one of my favorite to watch.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about today. Like, what have you noticed from today, and like a couple teams and a couple players,
I think we should keep an eye on, obviously, the Final Four. We do the Newman, Parkland, all those types of teams that are in this right now. It's going to be a fun day. A lot of these guys, what stood out to me with it being just solely skill position players and quarterbacks is speed.
Speed, absolutely. And as we are going to send you down to our student reporter now, Nick Rivera with Coach Matt Seneca.
We just need to compete. You know what I mean? We need to compete. We need to replace a lot of guys that were starters for us last year. We got some guys coming back and some good kids ready to fill in, and we just got to concentrate on week one right now.
What are your highest expectations for your team this year, if any?
To be competitive. It's a tough league that we play in, probably one of the toughest in Pennsylvania, and we're one of the smaller schools in that league. So, the teams we play against got some kids and are coached really, really well, and we got to learn how to compete with those teams week in and week out.
All right, thanks, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Thanks, Nick. And we have football underway here as we have Sauderton versus Newman Goretti and Parkland against CB South, excuse me. As Derek, tell me what team stuck out of all these semifinal teams? What team stuck out to you the most?
I think the reigning champs, Newman. Newman stood out to me. Obviously, they beat Emmaus last year, returning a lot of guys, have big size receivers, and really fast receivers that have been showing off the burners all day today.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. These quarterbacks for Newman Goretti, they can sling it.
Yeah,
we're watching, and they can make any throw on the field.
Yeah, that's what makes like a 7-on-7 team very dangerous, is when you have a quarterback that can slant and guys that can create that separation right off the ball. Because obviously in a 7-on-7, you're not getting after a quarterback. Quarterback has all day to throw. But however, with one of the rules being quarterbacks have 4 seconds to throw the ball.
Absolutely, as we see Makai Wharton drop back here for Newman Goretti, slings it and the pass is complete. It's going to be interesting announcing 2 games at once. Derek, you ever do that before?
No, we haven't done that. But that was very, very good ball, very good catch.
As the catch was made by Anthony Zangalo. It's going to be very fast football here, as literally it felt like there's no break between these games. It went straight into the semifinals. As that pass is almost intercepted by Sauderton. Sauderton's coached by Ed Gallagher, and it's going to be a good game. I'd keep an eye on that game, Newman Goretti versus Sauderton.
Yeah, very good game. These teams met actually last year in this tournament.
Parkland rolling out, and Parkland scores.
Parkland looking to replicate the type of season they had last year. Got off to a big, quick start, 3-0, I believe, coached by Ted Monsman.
As Newman Goretti has a short little dump-off pass there for a couple yards. And there's some interesting rules here. As quarterback, you brought up earlier, only has 4 seconds to throw the ball. There's a 25-minute running clock, and the clock never stops.
Yeah.
So these games are just 25 minutes, and you just play as much football as you possibly can.
Very fast-paced also, my type of football.
And the first downs work by getting it to the 25 and the 10-yard line. Those are how those are going to be rolling in. Is this your first time announcing 7-on-7, Derek?
Yeah, it is my first time, Tyler. It's actually taking some getting used to, especially 2 games at once. I'm trying to keep an eye on both games. It's a little difficult to do so.
I know. It's hard watching 2 games at once.
Yeah.
We don't really have names for CB South as the game got right into it.
Yeah.
But there's someone I would keep an eye on, as you and I are not familiar with CB South not being in District 11.
One thing I really like about 7-on-7, Tyler, is it's just pure skill position, guys competing against one another.
Absolutely. And it's very, very high pace. Because we were talking about this before we went on air, how the quarterback, I personally would struggle with just having that 4-second clock
Yeah,
in my
the
head.
4-second clock, I think you're almost worried about trying to get rid of the ball opposed to making the proper throw, proper read. About that, you have that almost that mental clock. That's something I would struggle with.
Absolutely. And as Newman Goretti turns over and Salterton takes the football.
Parkland up 7-0. Nakai Bullock with the score.
Quarterback drops back. Salterton slings it across the middle, and the pass is complete to Danny Deitch. Quarterback Jared Zimmerman.
I like Zimmerman's release.
As CB South is taking a shot for the end zone, and that is a touchdown. Beautiful ball by CB South.
CB South responds with a score of their own against Parkland.
Zimmerman looking for the end zone. They score as well. Touch by Danny Deitch again. That's a player the Coach Gallagher told us to look out for.
CB South's Owen Wheeler with the score, 7-7.
Got some good semifinal games here, Derek.
Yeah, back and forth games.
As Parkland takes back over. Nice little dump off, a couple yards.
See how Parkland responds. They had that last-minute touchdown to put them in the semifinals, Tyler.
As Wharton's looking deep. And that pass is caught at the 5-yard line by Denham Smith. Parkland looking for a shot as well. And that pass is complete at the 10-yard line.
Good ball.
Luke Spang drops it in there. As Newman Greta is in scoring position, and they do score.
Newman responds with an answer of their own.
Caught by Anthony Zangalo. Both teams look like they're getting set up. Both games, excuse me.
Both games tied, 7 apiece, too.
Spang drops back. Almost intercepted by CB South.
Spang a little indecisive of where he wants to go with the ball.
Looked like he was just getting rid of it. 4 seconds was winding down on him.
Yeah, you could tell he almost had that mental block a little bit in his head.
Zimmerman drops back for Salterton. Throws an incomplete pass. Intended receiver Sean Purvey. Parkland rolls out. And they do score.
Good ball.
You do see this with this is the very good ball placement.
Yeah, this is, I think, very beneficial for that quarterback and receiver relationship a little bit, Tyler. It builds that chemistry, builds that bond, builds where you want to go with the ball. So this is very beneficial for quarterbacks and receivers, obviously.
Zimmerman looking for a shot here. As that goes out of bounds. But I've seen a bunch of things on social media saying how 7-on-7 is kind of useless. And I completely disagree with that. I think it's just, as you said, it's good connection for quarterback and wide receivers to get flowing.
You know, and obviously 7-on-7 is really big in Southern California. You know, you go to any field, and especially down in the South. I mean, you go to any field around this time of year, there's always type of some 7-on-7 tournament, 7-7 action. And that touchdown was caught by Parkland by Trey Tremba.
Trey Tremba is somebody that is definitely going to step out this year in the fall.
For sure.
Zimmerman looking deep for Salterton. Overthrows his receiver just a little bit. But no, the first time I ever was introduced 7-on-7, I was watching the Elite 11.
Yeah.
The Elite 11, and I'll tell you one thing, watching Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields, who both are now first-round picks in the NFL,
Yeah.
that watching them go at it in high school was something interesting, and then even when they played in college.
Yeah. Both played in a college football playoff against each other before going pro twice.
Absolutely. CB South.
Off the hands into another receiver's hands.
Hey, whoever gets the job done, Derek.
Yep.
Newman Garetta takes it down to the 21-yard line. Both games getting set up here. As we have a touchdown for Newman Garetta. As here we see CB South going deep. And an excellent pass to the corner of the end zone by CB South.
Good answer. Both back and forth action. Both teams answering. CB South tying this ball game back up.
And Newman Garetta just extending their lead. This is something interesting, Derek, though, announcing 2 games at once.
Yeah, it's, like you said, you have to. Your eyes are going back and
Yeah,
forth
my
a
eyes
little
don't.
bit.
It's like watching tennis.
Yeah, your eyes are going back. I'm not really used to. You have one game right here, and the next game on your left side of your screen.
Spang for Parkland slings it right in there. Tight window.
One thing that stood out with me with Spang today, honestly, Tyler, he could fit that ball in the very tight windows. He fitted the ball on one of the walk-off touchdown to put him in the semis in a pretty tight window.
Zimmerman rolls out for Sauderton. Nice little dump-off pickup game.
Not quite enough for the first down yet.
There's another. Sorry, pass is not completed by Parkland. No, Spang's having an excellent day from some of the passes I've been seeing.
Very excellent day so far.
Zimmerman drops back for the Indians. Dumps it across the middle.
Trips over his own footing.
Grayson Largent picks up nice little first down. Ball at the 10-yard line. Sauderton trying to get back into this. Privy in motion. Zimmerman takes a shot.
Good move to get inside the end zone.
Touchdown by Danny Deitches. Spang rolls out. Nice little toe tap there.
Good toe tap catch. Both games tied up, Tyler. Should be an interesting finish for both these games.
Not sure how much time we have left in these games. That's the only thing.
Yeah. But the clock is always running.
Yeah, clock never stops. Spang rolls out for Parkland. Taking a shot for the end zone. Incomplete pass.
Great pass break up there. In and out of his hands.
Both games are getting set up here. Jacob Taberry for Newman. Drops back. Dumps it off. Denham Smith with a nice 10-yard pickup.
Has a good burst of speed there, Tyler.
As Parkland's now inside the 10. Spang with a wide open receiver, fighting for the end zone, gets caught right at the 1 yard line, right at the 2, excuse me.
We have our first unofficial sack in the semis. Hold on to the ball for a little long.
Sack's getting his number. The clock's getting his numbers up.
Yeah, clock's getting his sacks in.
Spang. Parkland looking for the flag.
That's one thing I haven't seen today, Tyler. Out of all the games we watched today, is no yellow marker.
As Newman turnovers on downs. Sauterton has a chance to take the lead over these defending champs.
Defending champs has a chance with this right now.
Big play here for Parkland. Spang rolls out and squeeze it into a tight window. Touchdown, Parkland.
Good ball, good catch.
As CB South is now trying to catch back up to Parkland. Down a touchdown, but big opportunity here for Newman as we see Wharton back under center. And Newton is filled with some talented juniors in the quarterback room.
Very talented quarterback room.
Dumps off to Denham. Denham Smith for at the 15-yard line.
Good adjustment to the ball and for the touchdown by CB South.
That ball game's now going to be all tied up.
First play scoring.
I think it's just so satisfying watching the first play.
Yeah, first play
It's in
scoring.
deep ball. Wharton, 4-second clock gets to him. Spang drops back. Nice pickup to the 32. Or, sorry, excuse me, 26. Both great games here, Derek.
Back and forth action tied up.
As Wharton takes a shot for the end zone, almost intercepted.
The Souderton secondary has very stepped up the past few possessions.
And against a team with a quarterback with two quarterbacks with arms like that, you got to step up in these 7-on-7s. One thing I've noticed with Parkland is they like to
They like to take
play
with
it
the
safe.
they like to
play
take
it
what
safe.
defense gives them, pick up their first down, and make it reasonable once they get inside the 10.
But then as you look down at the other ball game, Newman's just air raiding them. As Sauterton takes over, and it'd be something if Sauterton wins this football game.
Against the defending champs from a year ago.
Zimmerman drops back for Sauterton, and he's looking.
Good ball.
Completes it to Danny Deitches.
I like the Zimmerman and Deitches connection so far.
Yeah, Deitches and Purvey, Coach Gallagher brought up to us. He said those are our top two guys, and they're definitely the ones to keep eyes on. Spang rolls out for Parkland. And he drops into a tight window. Parkland takes the lead down there. Newman looking lost on defense. Zimmerman.
See if we have our first yellow marker, Tyler, in a 7-on-7.
Yes, they do
Yeah.
flags in 7-on-7.
Yes, there are penalties on 7-on-7s.
CB South drops back. Excellent to get up there, go up for it. Catch at the high point.
Nakai Bullock with another score. His second of the semifinals.
Zimmerman drops back for Sauterton. Almost squeezes it into a tight window.
Just
Derek, what's going on at the Parkland end?
Parkland, it's been in the Kai Bullock show. Parkland's been playing a conservative. Hopefully they eat up that some of the clock and maybe have the last possession in a tie ball game. That's what I think what the strategy is, it seems like, with them right now. CB South has been like this air raid offense a little bit. Throwing the ball. They scored on the first play, one of their possessions.
Now, Derek, if you were to coach a 7-on-7 team, what would your strategy be?
My strategy would probably be similar to what Parkland has done, but a little bit more
Another
aggressive.
touchdown by CB South. Sorry to cut you off there, Derek.
That's okay. I think I would be almost like a little bit more of an aggressive Parkland type approach, but I'm throwing the ball a little bit downfield too. You know,
Being conservative.
being conservative but still staying aggressive. That in the middle. You know, don't be afraid to chuck the ball downfield. And you know, playing conservative in really any sport is sometimes not your friend in a way, Tyler.
Yeah.
You know, you always want to stay aggressive. You know.
Sauterton looking to take the lead here. I believe this is their final down. Almost intercepted.
Just nearly.
Newman gets to take over here. Parkland completes it to the 29-yard line.
Tom Donnelly with one of the scores down at the Parkland and CB South end. For CB South, tying this ball game back up.
Sauterton and Newman, and it's just last two possessions been defensive battles.
Both defense makers get some big plays. One defense makes a big play, then it comes away with their own. We were tied up at 21 on this end for a little bit on the right side.
As Parkland scores once again.
There's that big play that Parkland has been looking for.
And Newman scores with Denham Smith picking up the touchdown. Back-to-back touchdowns there, Derek.
Both at the same time.
Both squads are getting set up.
Jack Harrison scored for Parkland.
CB South drops back. And Zimmerman taking a shot for the end zone. And Sauterton answers right back. Touchdown, Sean Purvey.
This is one thing I really like about 7-on-7, Tyler, is that one you give up a big play, next play you can just tie the game back up. And CB South just nearly did that on one of their first plays. Now they're inside the 5.
I know at some point I'm going to turn out doing my best Gus Johnson impression with Central Buck.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to be like, touchdown, Bucks. You know, right there. And it's a touchdown for the Bucks.
Answers right back.
Wharton taking a shot for the end zone. Almost squeezes it in there.
That would have been a good throw, but in a very tight window.
Very tight window. Just a couple, literally,
Little bit.
a couple of inches
in. No, Tyler, We're under 50 days until high school football, under 60 days for the first Saturday of college football. Speak of Gus Johnson.
I love that man. Gus Johnson. Here are the list of the greatest announcers.
35-35. Tommy Donnelly for CB South.
The announcers, my Mount Rushmore of announcers: Gus Johnson, Kirk Herbstreit, Joel Klatt, and then Al DiCarlo.
I knew you were going with that.
Yeah, that's top 4. I mean, no specific order, but top 4 for sure. Spang drops back. Conservative football once again from Parkland.
There's nothing wrong with moving the ball.
As very catchable football drop there for Newman. Derek, this 25 minutes is feeling a lot longer than 25 minutes.
Yeah, but by the way, the action's been moving. These games are moving. It's very fast paced.
Very high score.
Very high scoring, and the way these quarterbacks and receivers are throwing and catching the ball.
As we might have a break in the action here, overtime action. And let me pull up our rules here, Derek, for overtime.
Looks like Parker's trying to have the last possession and score. Here, they always want to. They had the last possession their last game, and they scored on a walk-off touchdown.
So they're going to do a coin toss here real quick, and the winner will choose offense or defense. Each team will have 3 snaps for the 10-yard line to score. If the team scores, they have an option to go for 2.
Parkland just took the lead. Nakai Bullock with his 3rd touchdown on the left side of your screen. Looks like Parkland will walk away victorious over CB South and advance to the finals, Tyler. Thanks to a Nakai Bullock last-minute touchdown on that Parkland possession. They do it again.
So it looks like Parkland will be facing the winner of Salterton or Newman. And that game's going into overtime, and it's possession each. And I'm not quite sure who won the coin toss. We don't have anyone down there really running that information up. But we'll see shortly. What would you pick, Derek?
Honestly, the way these defenses have been playing in this game, if I were a coach, I'd probably go defense.
I was going to say, I'd go defense too, just so I know what my offense has to do.
Yeah. That's what I would do. If it was sudden death from the 10, then that's one thing, but I believe it's not sudden death from the 10. Whoever scores first, wins the ball, walks off the ball game.
Possession each, so.
Yeah, so you get a possession each. I would choose defense, especially the way, if I were Sounders, if I win the toss, the way my defense has been playing today, or not today, but rather for lack thereof with this game, and coming up with stops, force and having good coverage. It seems like a little bit they struggle when they got inside the 10. Newman has, so I would go defense if I was Hudson. Now, if I was Newman, I'd probably go defense as well. So if I were a coach, I'd go defense.
Defense wins championships. Ain't that right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, do that? Yeah, they do win championships.
They do.
As it looks like Sauterton will have the ball first. St. Luke's is the region's largest sports medicine provider, covering more than 200,000 student enrollment and 40,000 student athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, covering 8 counties and providing the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries. St. Luke's offers athletic training, orthopedic care, physical therapy, and concussion management, plus sports performance training for individual athletes and teams. During these extraordinary times, you can trust St. Luke's Sports Medicine to provide extraordinary care.
Now, Tyler. Now I'm gonna pull you. Now, Tyler, we have a heck of a finish in store for us.
Yes, we do. It's gonna be good, Derek.
Looks like Sauterton's gonna begin with offense.
No, I'm not allowed to be biased, but I kind of want to see an upset here.
Both these guys, it'd be a shame for one of these teams to lose. They played so
They've
well
both
this
been
game.
playing great ball all day.
Yeah, both quarterbacks have been slaying. Receivers have been showing off the burners.
Zimmerman for Sauterton is under center. Drops back. Looking for the corner of the end zone. Almost tipped into his hands.
Tipped into his hands. Looks like he dodged the ball with an interception. He had one time to redeem himself right there.
Now what? Now one coach is allowed inside the huddle. Now what would you draw up in the huddle, Derek? Probably like a
In and out, probably route, maybe a slant route, maybe drag.
maybe a little bit of everything. A
Little bit of everything.
What you just
The
said.
play we saw with Deshaun Watson walk off the Clemson game a few years ago. That route, one of those routes,
Almost a one-handed snag. But yeah, with Hunter Renfro,
with the Hunter Riffo route,
you gotta
pick
run
play a little
I was
bit.
gonna say you gotta set a pick.
I think they're a little bit too deep to run that type of play here at the 10. Run that type of pick play, but I would choose.
Yeah.
I would try to do something similar to that.
Yeah, really jam them at the line, and one person just gotta break free. Zimmerman rolls out. And there's a touchdown. Grayson Largent.
On the final down available. Now they need their defense to stand tall one last time to put themselves in the finals against Parkland.
He's a relative to Steve Largent, Seahawks legend. So it's not like first cousins or something like that. It's like grandfather's cousin, neighbors, you know. It's
one of those weird connections.
Yeah, but they're related. Shout out to number 80. That's why. Coach is a Seahawks fan, so he made the kid wear number 80. It's Newman. Time for redemption. Jacob Taberry is the one under center. Shoelace catch, but he's in for the touchdown.
Good grab all the way from the shoelaces. Great grab, good ball placement. Point where only his guy can get it or nobody could get it.
Now I believe we just keep going, right?
I believe so, Tyler. Unless we do another coin toss. It doesn't specify double overtime on these rules, does it?
I don't believe so. Newman takes over now. It's basically like college football.
Yeah.
By the looks
If
of it.
tied after each team gets a possession, the tiebreaker will be repeated with the team that lost the initial coin toss making the choice to take offense or defense.
Rolls out. Incomplete pass. Taberry looking for the corner of the end zone there for Newman. Taberry dumps it off and gets the pass completed. Amaj Goins picking up the last couple receptions. Do or die here for Newman.
On their last down.
Going for just the corner.
Sauterton's defense stands tall.
Now it's all up to Sauterton. Be a big upset here if Souderton were to win. Zimmerman drops back. Looking through the hands of, looks like
Touches.
both receivers, Deitches and Purvey. Championship game was supposed to start in 1 minute from now, but
We're having entertaining football, double overtime here in the semifinals.
Zimmerman drops back. Can't complete it. It's going to end up like the Penn State-Illinois game.
Yeah, nobody wants to win the game. 10, 12, what was that game, 10 overtimes?
Nah, I think it was 6. I want to say 6.
We'll have to look that up when we're done here, Tyler.
6 or 8. But we know who didn't win.
Yeah, we did. We know that.
Do or die here for Souderton. Zimmerman drops back. There's your pick play. There's a catch is caught by Sean Purvey.
Sean Purvey gets the pick play. Sends Souderton to, I believe, the finals.
Yep. Taking on Parkland. So Souderton wins 42-35. And the finals, we're going to, I assume, take a break here, as we aren't going to be able to start at 2:10 as it is currently 2:10. We're watching 7-on-7 football on D11sports.com. We'll be right back with our championship action.
I believe that St. Luke's and our coaches are going to provide the safest and most comprehensive training environment that a student athlete would want. Hopefully they come to us and they leave and there's not another need to be filled. Your daughter or son's team can come to us and we provide it all.
On the ground, go!
The team atmosphere and the team that we have put together of sport performance coaches and athletic trainers is why parents should choose St. Luke's University Health Network for their sport performance needs.
There's not another orthopedic group, sports medicine group, healthcare system in the country that has high-level, degree certified, years of experience.
Bench, hip thrust, or floor, we know what block A is, and then let me get another group of 7.
Certified athletic trainers and the performance coaches are assigned to schools and they are there and they are getting the teams and doing team training around sports schedules and the student activity schedules. That's primarily where it's done. We also provide training here, like at this facility. We provide a comprehensive training program that is the most up-to-date training advancements. It's the safest it can be.
We got our A walks. Remember, good.
Not about gimmicks. Our guys are all educated and have the science behind what they're doing, a rhyme or reason to what they're doing. And we have leadership that will make sure that we're going to provide the best service there is. We actually care about your kids.
Focusing on getting my butt back and my chest up.
People don't know how to use this stuff, and so you need someone to teach them and to help them navigate it in a way that's going to be productive, that's not going to hurt them.
They trust me to put together a workout, and they're always asking questions about it, which is great. You know, I wanted them to have that trust that, you know, I'm going to help them succeed on and off the court.
Every coach, every parent, they want what's best for their student. Okay? They want what's going to help them be the best version of themselves. And so that's what we can provide. I don't think there's anything in this area that can rival it.
Back here at Whitehall High School, Zephyr football 7-on-7 tournament presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. We'll send you down to Nick Rivera with Tim McGorry.
Hey guys, we're here with Coach Tim McGorry from Central Catholic. Coach, what do you say about your team's performance today?
I think like anything at this time of year, there's some good, some bad. We got an opportunity to compete against really good teams like Jersey Shore and Souderton and teams like that. So anytime you get an opportunity to compete against really good people, it's going to make you better in the fall.
And looking into the fall season, what are you looking forward to for your team?
Well, I think anxious to see when we can put the pads on and see how we've developed and grown up. We only had 5 seniors. Now obviously LaVon Johnson's a big hole to fill, but I'm anxious to see how these guys have developed over the last year, and hopefully taking a step forward as a program.
And what are your expectations for your team this coming year?
Yeah, so I know it's pretty cliche, but we don't operate that way. It's more we try and be process oriented, and really all we're focused on right now is getting into the weight room on Monday and getting a good lift and having a good run.
All right, thanks, Coach.
You got it, man.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Nick. And we're still moments away from our championship action between Sauderton and Parkland, so we'll send you to one more short commercial break right after this.
St. Luke's Orthopedic Care. Extraordinary care in motion.
St. Luke's knows that trust is the foundation of all relationships. It's earned over time. It's the type of relationship you should have with your healthcare team. While our healthcare needs are different, one thing is constant. St. Luke's is focused on building a lasting relationship with you, earning your trust and putting your well-being first. When it comes to great healthcare, trust is essential. St. Luke's, the care you trust, now more than ever. At St. Luke's Orthopedic Care, you can trust us with your hands, feet, shoulders, hips, and knees. Because healthy bones and joints mean you can do more. You can trust us to recommend the right approach to care, including joint-sparing treatments and therapies. And when surgery is the only choice, we offer options to help you heal faster, including technology-assisted joint replacements and muscle-sparing hip surgery. St. Luke's, the orthopedic care you trust, now more than ever.
The team that we have put together of sport performance coaches and athletic trainers is why parents should choose St. Luke's University Health Network for their sport performance needs.
St. Luke's and our coaches are going to provide the safest and most comprehensive training environment that a student athlete would want. And I don't think there's anything in this area that can rival it.
Back here at Whitehall High School with 7-on-7 football tournament presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. We'll send you down to Nick Rivera with Dave Micah.
All right, we're here with Dave Micah, head of Eastern PA football. Dave, what are your thoughts on all of the games today so far?
I think Matt did a great job again putting this tournament together. Just watching a lot of these teams from, say, District 1, you had North Penn, Sauderton, who's now in the finals. You got a whole bunch of District 11 teams. You have Parkland, who, we have another District 11 team in the finals. District 4, you had Jersey Shore, a team that just moved up to 5A. It's been very successful the last couple years in the playoffs. And, one team that probably stood out that I was very impressed was Lakeland, now District 2. They're a smaller school out of District 2, and they only brought 15 players, and they're battling teams from 5A, 6A up, and I'll tell you what, those kids, they just battled Parkland before this match, and is a great showing by them. But again, it's giving kids the opportunity to get better, and practice, whether it's wide receiver, quarterback, D-back. It's given the younger kids opportunity. Like Newman Greta, they brought 2 teams. Their one team was all freshmen, so it's basically their freshman team, and they're giving them opportunities to battle teams that are got their varsity team here. So it's a great experience, and again, leading up to we're 48 days away from opening day, and you go to all these 7-on-7s, and it helps develop your skills, and then you get ready for camp. But yeah, we're 48 days away from opening day.
Last question now. What are you looking forward to for this championship game between Stoddardton and Parkland?
Here we have, a District 11 team, Parkland, who we're familiar with, that we cover with D11 Sports. Souderton's been a tremendous program out of District 1. They're in the Montgomery area. And so you have that District 1-11, battle. And, Souderton just beat a very good Newman Greta team that was unbeaten in this, and Newman Greta beat them last year. So I expect a close game, and it'll probably come down to possibly the last play of the game. But this is going to be a good one.
All right, thanks for your time, Dave. Back to the booth.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Dave. We are still moments away from some championship football, so in the meantime, we'll send you to one more commercial break.
I believe that St. Luke's and our coaches are going to provide the safest and most comprehensive training environment that a student athlete would want. Hopefully they come to us and they leave, and there's not another need to be filled. We provide it all.
There's not another orthopedic group, sports medicine group, healthcare system in the country that has high-level, degreed certified, years of experience.
On the ground, go!
Every coach, every parent, they want what's best for their student. Okay, they want what's gonna help them be the best version of themselves. And so that's what we can provide. I don't think there's anything in this area that can rival it.
We are back here at Whitehall High School with our 7-on-7 tournament, as both teams just did the coin toss for our championship matchup between Solderton and Parkland. And Derek, what should we expect for this ball game?
Fast-paced moving offense. Obviously Parkland played. These teams had probably a little bit two different styles of way they play. Parkland, takes what they give him, not afraid to take the check down. Souderton the same way, but they throw the ball downfield a little bit longer, a little bit more often. So I expect a close back-and-forth game, and the game could come down to the wire.
Yeah, I think the two names that really stick out for me on Solderton are Danny Deiches and Sean Purvey.
And Zimmerman.
The quarterback Zimmerman, yeah.
Of
course the name.
The quarterback stands out, but yeah.
It's 7-on-7 football. But no, then we look at Parkland and Trey Tremba. He's definitely a name that sticks out, not just in 7-on-7, but just in the fall.
And the Kai Bullock for the receiver from Parkland. He's going to he had a 3-touchdown performance to put his team in the finals. Expect him to have another big game if they want to win it all tonight, Tyler.
As Spang drops out of the pocket. It's going to be a good ball game here, Derek, as the clock is running now.
Parkland's starting off with the ball.
Pass is incomplete once again. As this is going to be interesting now, Derek, because we don't have two games going on at once.
Yeah, we are. We're solely able to focus on this game, Tyler.
I know, like my mind's used to going
back and forth. Yeah, we
I
trained
feel like
ourselves
Al, just so much going on.
Yeah. Trying to get a lot done. Just
Excellent.
enough for a first down.
I gotta get used to the first downs.
Yeah.
I'm not used to the whole 25-10.
25-10 and only have three downs to get
Yeah, I gotta get used to that.
It's almost like those type of rules you make up with your friends at recess. Oh, you know.
Yeah, literally.
All right, you'll have a first down here. You'll have a first down here. Where what my friends used to play. 3 straight completions was a first down.
Yeah, that's what we played too. But it's like not even as that pass is barely brought in. But it's not even 2-hand touch either. It's 1 hand.
Yeah.
That bothered me. Like, if someone touched me 1 hand, I'm still running.
Yeah, I'm still running down the field.
This Parkland is trying to get on the scoreboard here first.
Parkland has no problem taking their time getting lined up.
Absolutely not. And they play conservative football, as we brought up multiple times in this broadcast. As that pass is incomplete. Sauderton's defense though is having a spectacular performance the
past two games. Yeah, they've gotten themselves big stop. They had a big stop to set themselves up for overtime, and definitely hard to play defense in a 7-on-7. But they've done a great job of doing so. No, senior receiver Jack Harrison, 22 receptions, 269 yards, and five touchdowns.
Last year on the season for Parkland.
Last year, Trey Tremba, 32 receptions, 264 yards, 4 touchdowns, 93 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Returning faces. Should be a good year for Parkland, having those 2 return.
There's a flag on the play.
I believe it's a face mask, Tyler. Good job by the line judge seeing that.
It's got to be different for just officials, too, officiating this.
You know, honestly,
I feel like players have to adjust, and then officials got to adjust to this, too.
You know, having talking to officials, you know, it gets you into that football flow of the speed of the game a little bit, too. You look for different stuff.
And that was an excellent read back across the field by Parkland. As they are giving it to him for the touchdown. Parkland takes the lead here 7-0.
Good ball movement. Good ball. Good possession by the Trojans.
Now the Indians are coming out in the field, and I wouldn't be surprised if they take a shot here on the first play. Mason Drapil with a touchdown catch for Parkland. Let's see what Zimmerman and this offense can do now. Trying to answer. And here's that shot I was talking about. As that catch is bobbled around.
Nearly hauls it in, Tyler. You said it best.
You pick up tendencies.
You pick up tendencies very quick like this. You know, when I said it in the opening for this game, you know, these teams play a lot alike, but Souderton's a little bit more aggressive because of their speed on the outside.
I like to see the shots. I like that. Keep throwing it deep. Keep it interesting.
You like those Big 12 type games, Tyler?
Yeah, keep it interesting. Purvey in motion. Zimmerman slings it across the middle. Caught for a nice little pickup. As we have a bunch of red out on the field there, Derek.
We really do.
I want that job. The kid that just snaps it. Just that.
That job.
Zimmerman drops back. Looking for a nice little catch up there to Purvey.
Big early third down for Souderton. Get in the first.
To the 18-yard line.
Definitely hard to get continuous defensive stops. So if you go down 14-0 in the game, 7-on-7, it could be over for you.
Very slow pace compared to the last two games. Zimmerman drops back. Very tight window there that Zimmerman was looking for. Beautiful day here, Derek.
Yeah, very beautiful day. Hot one today.
It is a hot one.
Is that July weather starting to sit in now, Tyler?
July's starting to feel like July.
Yeah.
June wasn't really Juneing for me, if you know what I'm saying. Like it didn't feel like June. Now it's starting to feel like summer. As Zimmerman rolls out of the pocket. Finds a nice hook up there with his receiver.
Both these quarterbacks can really send the ball, have good ball placement, good accuracy, can throw on the move. Zimmerman and Tremba. Oh, sorry. Spang. For Parkland. Both these quarterbacks on very good days throwing the ball.
And Zimmerman and Salterton are now in striking position to tie this ball game up. As he's looking, very tough situation there. As I believe this is third down. Second down, excuse me.
Losing track of downs, Tyler.
I am losing track of downs. Not having the guys on the field. He's out of bounds at the back of the end zone. Not having the chain gains really.
Yeah, not having the chains is messing with you. Need one of the finger bands, the officials ready to keep track of downs.
Yeah. I know what yeah.
See if Parkland can get an early stop here on Souderton's first possession after scoring early.
I'll tell you one thing. If Parkland gets a stop here, that might be big.
It is very big.
Because they've scored on almost every possession.
Like I said to you earlier, you're on 14-0. It's hard to get those stops in 7-on-7s. This is feels like a big down.
Zimmerman drops. And it is a turnover on downs.
Good drive, but just stalls out for Souderton.
As Parkland will take over and try to extend their lead. Spang drops back for the Trojans. Dumps off to Tremba.
Tremba with a nice burst of speed.
Gotta have that get up speed, you know.
For sure.
Trying to find open field.
Parkland has no problem taking what the defense gives them, chipping away, getting themselves in reasonable downs and distance, and then getting that big play when they need it.
Finding the hole, I feel like it's just one of the toughest things to do in football, especially for a receiver after the catch.
Yeah.
And that was a perfect example of how to find it. As Parkland's rolling down the field. Not sure what's going to stop Parkland.
Maybe they'll switch to more of a man-to-man press defense instead of this, Tyler?
Press defense is fun.
Press defense is very fun, especially on 7-on-7. It's just pure speed.
But, yeah, keep in the factor, these kids have been playing all day.
Yeah.
The heat is beating on them.
Yeah. We were down on the turf earlier. It is hot down there.
Yes, and the cramping. And
it is hot down there.
As Parkland strikes once again.
Good ball placement.
Our score is 14-0 with 12:17 on the clock and counting. Now Sauterton trying to get back into this, and Derek.
Look for that shot.
First play shot, exactly.
Look for that shot, Tyler. They need to score quickly. Obviously, they need to score quickly. That way they can give their defense time to get a stop. Whether it's this possession, their following possession, if they score here. This is a big possession. This is a must-score possession if you're Sauterton.
First play shot.
And you might be on to something here, Tyler. Not a shot, but it works across the middle of the field. The Zimmerman to Dutch's.
Big enough gain to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting set up. Only having 11 minutes to get back and 2 scores. It's going to be tough. Zimmerman dumps it. Taken down at the 15-yard line. Well, I guess you can't say taken down at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, touchdown. It touched at the 15-yard line.
Can't say touchdown because the people think they scored.
Yeah, it touched at the 15-yard line.
Zimmerman drops back. Rolling. Touchdown for the Indians.
Touchdown for the Indians. Good ball. Good ball. That much needed strike back they needed. See if their defense can get off the field and get them to stop and get the ball right back to their offense.
Now, if you were Parkland, just
continue what you're doing. Continue what you've been doing. Dump, and then score. Kill some time. Pretty much your game plan. What you've been doing all day.
Yeah, basically, just keep doing what you're doing. And there's a short pickup. Then across the middle to the 20-yard line.
Another first down.
8:50 on the clock left in this game. Rolling out to his right.
Might be see a shot.
Almost.
That would have been a very timely interception for Souderton.
Parkland moving back up to the line. Now looking over the rules, Derek, after this play. Nice completion for a couple yards.
Big third down here for Souderton, but go ahead, Tyler.
Back to the rules. There's a thing where the offensive player has to bring the ball back to the referee.
Mm-hmm.
And any type of, like, stalling will be considered like a delay of game or something like that.
I believe so.
How do you...
How would I judge if this player is stalling?
How would you judge if someone's stalling?
I think it's more of anything with an official is judgment. You know, is he running back to the line, is he making that effort? And a big stop here for Souderton. But a flag on the play.
This is big.
This is a big call.
And I'll tell you one thing. I think the crowd might erupt if it's on Souderton.
Gives them the first down.
Yeah, people weren't big fans of that. What was it, Derek? Did you notice pass interference?
Probably pass interference. Looks like you got there maybe a little early.
They're now at the 3-yard line, and that kind of took the air right out of Souderton's lungs.
Yeah, it did. They didn't really like the call.
Big gut punch in a crucial time.
Big crucial time here in this ball game, Tyler. But they still got time to make that big stop. They still got time to get that big stop. You know, we've seen crazier things happen in these 7-on-7s today, you know.
As Parkland strikes to extend their lead by 14 once again. Now Souderton's going to have to take some shots here. I'm not going to lie, Derek.
The guy Bullock with the touchdown.
In order to score, hold Parkland, and then score again. You're going to have to score quite early here. Zimmerman drops back for Souderton. Taking a pretty deep shot.
There's that big shot you needed. And a good move.
Terrific move there by Danny Deiches. And that's exactly what they needed.
Need to score fast here, too. Continue to go. Continue to pound away here.
Zimmerman rolling to his left. And boom. Two-play drive.
Two-play drive. The Zimmerman and
Deiches
show.
St. Luke's is the region's largest sports medicine provider, covering more than 200,000 student enrollment and 40,000 student athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, covering 8 counties and providing the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries. St. Luke's offers athletic training, orthopedic care, physical therapy, and concussion management, plus sports performing training for individual athletes and teams. During these extraordinary times, you can trust St. Luke's Sports Medicine to provide extraordinary care. Now, Souderton's defense definitely going to have to set up.
Definitely have to buckle down, maybe play some little bit of press.
Yes.
I think these cornerbacks can't handle these Parkland receivers too.
But that's what Parkland's been doing all day. So I think what you brought up earlier, just press coverage.
Yes. Press coverage. Don't let them get those yards after the catch. That's been Parkland's bread and butter, it seems like today, Tyler. Yards after catch, taking what the defense gives you. Now it's time for you to get up to the line of scrimmage, press these receivers, and be aggressive a little bit.
Pick up to the 32.
Another big third down for the Souderton defense here, along with the Trojan offense. Big third down in this ballgame.
Big third down. Watch the bubble screen to the left.
Timely connection for Parkland.
Get the first down. Parkland with another dump off.
Parkland in no particular hurry, that's for sure.
No need.
Taking their sweet time.
We have 1:24 left on the clock here.
If you're Parkland, you just got to be smart with the football here.
One minute here on the clock, and Sargent's chances are just dwindling away.
Dwindling down with the clock here. One thing I wish they may implement next year is like a play clock in a way, Tyler. That way you're not just,
yeah,
certain amount of play clock. That way you can give another team, like when it's kind of like this, give another team a shot.
Probably like 20. I'd say 20 seconds.
Maybe about 15, 20 seconds.
Yeah. A Spang rolls to his right, and there's a touchdown for the Parkland Trojans. Score getting extended 28-14. As that will be our ball game. And your champions of the Whitehall 7-on-7 football tournament are the Parkland Trojans.
Tim Motzman's squad coming away victorious. Trey Tremba having the final touchdown today. They'll put the game away for the Parkland.
There's some great football here, Derek, today.
Very great football, back and forth, entertaining football. Tyler, 48 days to the first Friday night.
I'm looking forward to the just cool days in football.
I don't know, Tyler. I mean, I'm really enjoying my summer.
I don't like the heat, Derek.
I'm not a big heat person either, but this summer so far has been very fun.
So, Derek, after watching 7-on-7 football, what have you learned today?
One thing I learned today, Tyler, not just about like these teams or anything like that, is that I really like enjoying like the competition 7-on-7. 7-on-7 obviously has grown throughout the years. Like I mentioned, like when we first started, it's very popular out in Southern California, down to the South. Those like football breeding capitals of like the world, like with football players. So that's one thing I did learn, and one thing I learned today is that sometimes it's good to have that like soft balance when it comes to aggressiveness, and that's why Parkland is coming away with the win today and winning the whole tournament.
Absolutely, but we got to give props to Sauderton knocking off the reigning champs and then just coming up one game short.
A little short. They couldn't. I think fatigue obviously played a factor into a little bit of a factor right now.
Absolutely. Playing football
playing
all day.
Since 9 o'clock and that heat bearing down on you, playing on this hot turf with the sun beating down on you. No, it takes a toll on you.
It does, especially for teenagers. We watch high school football. There are people cramping left and right.
Yeah, you obviously especially when you turn on like any like first game of the year, whether it's college, high school, or professional football. What's the most popular injury you see in week 1 is cramping.
Well, football's different. It's probably, NFL is different. It's probably like.
But you see a lot of cramping.
You
see a lot of cramping, especially
in college and
high school. You see a lot of cramping early on in the season.
You do, and guys, stay hydrated during these summer months. And we will send you down to our student reporter, Nick Rivera.
Came up there in the red hat. So we're here with quarterback Luke Spang. Luke, thoughts on big win today for the championship?
Yeah, it was a long day. Just stick together, and I knew we could win it. I knew going in we could win it.
Who surprised you the most out here on the field today?
Connor Johns surprised me a lot. We had cramps all day, so it was just next man up, and we just had to win. That's all I had to do.
And how are you guys feeling heading into the fall season?
Good. I like our chances. We just got to stick together and win.
All right. Thanks, Spang.
Thank you, Nick. As he just spoke with Luke Spang, quarterback of the Parkland Trojans. As we have Parkland's head coach coming now over with Nick. And it's going to be a bang-bang play right here as we send you right back down to Nick Rivera.
Here with Parkland coach Tim Monsman. Coach, thoughts on the team's performance today?
It was a battle of endurance to get here. We scrimmaged Saturday and then for real in August, so two good programs and finish it out at the end. Didn't expect to be in the finals and win it, but we got a chance to look at a lot of kids today, play a lot of kids, and we endured. Saw a lot of good things from our kids.
And what are you looking forward to most for this upcoming fall season for you guys?
Just want to get the pads on and get it rolling. I think we've got a great group. It's going to be a super competitive league. Early schedule is murder. So we're going to have to be ready. So that's why we have a tri-scrimmage with Souderton, CB West to get ready.
All right, thanks, Coach. Yep. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Nick. As our champion for today was Parkland Trojans 28, Sauderton 14. As Derek, you have any final messages for people?
Very
listening?
fun, entertaining game of football. Tyler gets those football juices flowing, and like when the football has like its biggest downtime of the year, team's not in practices yet, not in training camp yet. So very fun day to watch. These teams get warmed up. We're 48 days away from kickoff, and it's only a matter of time before these guys are back into their normal high school practice. It's going to be a fun fall. Got my football juices flowing today.
From Nick Rivera, Derek Moore, Tyler Carlbon, we all thank you for tuning into our broadcast today, and hope you tune in next time.